right, so this is a 6ix9ine continuation. One from end of sentence. Brody done dropped. He says that Shotti was denied his probation, and this is happening right around the time that 6ix9ine's house did get hit up. So it made it look like the way that he dropped it, it made it look like it was kind of related, but I don't think that's the case. Let's see what's going on.
I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me, and for this video, we're gonna be taking a look at Treyway's top crash out. Treyway Shotti. And the reason why he just got denied by the feds a compassionate release. Now, before we dive into this, we're gonna be looking at some of the moments that were good moments between Shotti and 6ix9ine before it ended how it ended. Shotti did him dirty and 6ix9ine did him worse. But let's take a look at the good times they had.
Shotti was like this. That's a wolf, nigga. That shit look like a whole wolf. That ass. That's a whole wolf, bro. You want a bad buddy? That's a whole wolf.
Oh, sorry. This is a girl.
Maya. Maya?
She's well fed right here.
Yeah, Maya's beautiful.
We brought it because of it.
The video?
Yeah. Nigga, what's up, man?
Freestyle, man. Nigga, you cold in this fucking below zero fucking water we in, nigga. Treyway.
Y'all gotta be some type of homies to do this. I ain't gonna lie.
Major fucking shrinking. Majors. Kick the bars, bro.
I had my blicky so they pistol with me
Hey, yo. I heard that. Hey, yo.
Back when 6ix9ine was missing a tooth, they're doing the blood
Wow.
dab.
They said
like,
back when he was
good, bro.
He said that was when it was good. Back when he was missing the tooth. He says I ain't had a pistol with me, so they pistol whipped me, bro. Literally, and then he's like, ha ha ha, that shit funny as fuck, bro. We about to really pistol whip your ass, nigga. If we ain't coming off that bread gang.
Oh, and it's actually crazy looking back and seeing it.
Treyway. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see what's going on. When you see Shotti get serious, yeah. What he said? When you said Shotti, you said we good? We good, right? When you see Shotti get serious, relax.
Yeah, it should look like it's good. They're having a good old time.
This is how happy money makes people. People that come from the trenches of Brooklyn and never seen shit in their life, all of a sudden seeing exotic dogs and private jets and fucking mountain water ponds, and you know, this is what money does. This is what was loved. It wasn't the friendship, it was the money.
Bro, she didn't even touch you. What's up, baby?
My homie stand like you and all that. Look, like this.
Say look.
Like this, I'm like, yo, where's Shotti at?
They might as well allow it, right? Everybody gets steroids. That shit is crazy. That should kill you, though.
What steroids do?
Make you stronger, work harder, run faster. Yup, faster reaction time. Then you just crash. Be mad aggressive.
Well, Shotti must have been on all the steroids because he definitely crashed.
What do you say, Daddy?
All right, now let's check out an actual clip that was put together of an incident in which Shotti apparently protected 6ix9ine.
Good Treyway.
Kafano Shotti Jordan was often called TEKASHI'S manager, was the rapper's friend, mentor, and protector. We'll start with the biggest incident, the one that got Shotti 10 of the 15 years of his prison sentence. It was April 21st, 2018. They headed into a Spanish restaurant to get some food. They saw two guys sitting in a car waiting for them. One of the guys pulled out his phone and started recording.
Then they got the surveillance video, the whole thing going down. This is a dope video. It's agtv.com. Y'all tap in with them.
Guys start insulting 6ix9ine, so Shotti responds the best way he knows how. He pulls out his gun and pistol whips the man. They start yelling for 6ix9ine and Shotti to meet them at a nearby intersection. The guys in the car follow them. 6ix9ine's car is blocked by a huge garbage truck. Guys from outside the clothing store are getting closer. Shotti gets out of the car and runs towards the guys who are chasing after them. He kneels down and lets off 2 shots.
Ooh.
So Shotti is not only pistol whipping people on 6ix9ine's behalf or for 6ix9ine's
Shooting
safety,
motherfuckers.
he's firing off shots, right? He's going all in behind this kid. They're hanging out together. They're in the cars together, the private jets together, traveling the world together, getting a crazy amount of money together. And not for nothing, I do believe that there was a strong bond at some point in time. It was just based on poison. Because it wasn't that he met a kid and had a genuine friendship. It's he found a way to live a life he could have never lived.
Oh, facts.
Financially. And 6ix9ine found an older mentor who introduced him to the streets and the fantasy of the streets. And now he gets this image he never had. And then it all went bad.
The agreement, you wouldn't be fully prosecuted for any of the 9 charges as long as you fully cooperated in testifying against the others and committed no further crimes. After your guilty plea, prosecutors gave more firearm and racketeering charges to Shotti. And then on March 28, 2019, Shotti becomes the second co-defendant to enter a guilty plea. And he said that 6ix9ine broke every code, but I forgive the little dude after all that. It's all good. And he said Treyway still stands strong. I want that to be known. And then on September 2019, he got sentenced to 15 years. How did you feel when Shotti got 15 years?
I don't give a fuck. And what I'm supposed to I don't care, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you can't.
Wow.
Putting somebody away, you can't give a fuck. And 6ix9ine saying, you know, not only were y'all stealing money, I mean, he was getting extorted, but they were stealing more money than he was giving up. Shotti apparently fucked his BM. A lot of snake shit. So at that point, he felt, yo, there's nothing to be loyal to. And that must have been some form of a heartbreak to have somebody you consider your homie, your brother, a mentor, etc., violate you in every way possible. He ain't gonna give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, Shotti needed him more than he needed Shotti.
Oh, facts.
Now, this is a clip of Shotti speaking on 6ix9ine after 6ix9ine cut off everybody, fired his whole team, and was saying, fuck Treyway.
I feel obliged for this meeting. I don't know who this kid that he's talking to. You didn't create Treyway. We created you. You was a mutt. We found you on this, and we put a muzzle on you, and we showed you how to be a dog, nigga. You was a mutt. You don't know nothing about this lifestyle that you perpetrated. But you know, come on, Scott. We gave you, we made you who you was, so you could help us in our situation, nigga. Swapped it out. Don't try to act like it wasn't an even exchange. We gave you life, and you introduced us to the bag more than what we was, nigga.
Let's break that down. I agree with everything Shotti just said. They found 6ix9ine, and they showed him how to be a dog, right? Because 6ix9ine and Shotti were doing some crazy shit. You know, 6ix9ine went viral for saying he was doing drills and this and that. Drills I would consider like killing, right? But 6ix9ine was definitely on some missions. People were getting beat up, shot at, this and that. 6ix9ine was in the mix. But I'm gonna keep that shit 1,000. That falls on Shotti. Now let me just talk to y'all for a minute, right? When you extort somebody in prison, you're taking their shit and you make sure they are protected. You're not bringing them with you to go to war against other gangs or run down on other people.
Facts, though.
That. Because at the end of the day, you're extorting them for money, and people seem to forget. In my opinion, you could put more blame on Shotti for the 6ix9ine cooperation than you can on 6ix9ine. Because if you know that he wasn't on nothing, he wasn't a gangster, he ain't about that life, you're extorting him, you're taking money from him, he's paying for protection. Letter Shotti wrote to the judge. He said,
Here goes the Shotti's letter to the judge.
this letter in hope that aside from the reasons stated in my motion, that you would consider other factors in granting my sentence reduction. I have grown and changed in ways that sometimes astonishes me. I am no longer the person I was before. My deteriorating health and living through the COVID-19 pandemic incarcerated was an awakening for me. It brought my mortality front and center in a way I have never experienced. Imagine the thought and real possibility of not being able to atone to the people who wronged and never seeing your loved ones again. In those dark days, I decided no matter my situation, I would make a conscious effort to change, and I have. I no longer associate myself with anything or anyone that lives by gang or street culture, even though in this environment, it is detrimental to my safety. I focus on building a strong relationship with God and my children and learning how to be a better parent. I ask that you give me a chance to use the tools that I've been given and an opportunity to show the world that I've truly changed and that I am a better person. Change is impossible to see, but actions are not. Sincerely yours, Kefano Jordan, aka Shotti. If that's true, I love and respect it. If you've given up Treyway and the bullshit for God and your family, I respect it. If it's true. If it's not, then it's like, all right, bet, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's trying to get a reduction. He's trying to get, I believe it was 4 years reduced off of his 15-year sentence, which would obviously put him at a closer release date. Now, this is the memorandum of supporting facts for a motion for compassionate release that was filed in his name. Now, it states here, a defendant may only file a motion for compassionate release within the district court once he has fully exhausted all administrative rights to appeal a failure of the Bureau of Prisons.
He said he tired, boss. He want to go home.
Lapse of 30 days from the receipt. So basically, it's like if you can't get out because you can appeal it, whatever, you can file for a compassionate release. Like, oh, you know, I got asthma and I can't breathe in here. It's too dusty, whatever. So procedural history. Shotti was indicted for possessing a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence. He was also charged with brandishing and discharging a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence. He pled guilty to a 2-count information pursuant to a plea agreement. The court sentenced him to 180 months, followed by 5 years of supervised release. Now, after he was sentenced, prior to his direct appeal being resolved, he wrote a letter requesting compassionate release due to COVID-19, and clearly it didn't go through. Now, Shotti asserts he has a medical condition, chronic pancreatitis. The continuous lockdowns at FCI Allenwood Medium due to the staff shortage and his efforts at rehabilitation are extraordinary and compelling reasons that should warrant a reduction in his 180-month sentence. Now, this is just going to get into his medical issues, the frequent lockdowns at the prisons he's at. You know, people are most likely getting stabbed the fuck up and he's not allowed to come out. Probably can't exercise, you know, go pray, whatever he's doing in there, right? A lot of this is just the regular shit anybody's gonna say to try to get out. And it ain't that I hope he doesn't or it doesn't go through. It's just like really, what change that they're gonna let you out? But the feds responded. Now, within the offense conduct, it states Shotti was a high-ranking member of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, a violent set of the Bloods that was charged in this case as a racketeering enterprise. 9 Trey was divided into a street lineup and prison lineup. So basically what that means is the streets and the prisons, they have their own rank, right? Whoever's the top dog on the streets is the top dog, period. But then there's also a top dog in the prison that handles the prisons. So whoever's in the prisons, they're gonna have their own structure. Whoever's on the streets, they're gonna have their own structure. Now, this states Shotti held the second highest ranking position in the street lineup. He participated in multiple acts of violence in connection with 9 Trey. Those included a November 2017 assault of a rival gang member, a 2018 shooting near Times Square, 2018 armed robbery in Manhattan, 2 shootings in 2018 in which Jordan shot at 2 individuals, and another occurring inside the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, another 2018 shooting at a rival gang member, another shooting in Brooklyn, another assault that resulted in a fellow 9 Trey member getting shot in the stomach, and he procured firearms for the gang while dealing heroin. Bruh, this is what I meant by he's gonna look worse. What are you doing as the second highest member of 9 Trey, right? You're under the Godfather, I'm assuming, right? You're the second highest member on the street. And you're
So
the
he
crash
went
dummy
snitching.
running around doing all this.
And you're the second highest and the crash dummy.
That's the top crash out.
The gang wasn't nothing
So
but two
it makes
people, man.
sense
And it was him and one
why
other
what
dude.
happened to 6ix9ine happened the way it did, and why he did what he did. Because he wasn't under the brain of the operation. He wasn't with the smart one who puts business before violence. He was with the crash out that couldn't stop crashing out. That even to the point that when 6ix9ine took off and is making all this money, this dude is still crashing out because all he knows is how to crash out. He doesn't have a hustle in his body.
Yeah, right in for the layup. Why we gonna let you back out? You just did all this shit.
Like that, and they usually
Yeah, pause. Yeah, knowing all of that, after all of that, you put in all this work for these people. You's a hard worker. We'll give you that now. We'll give you that. You's a hard worker. You'll get out there and work hard for somebody, but you're not gonna be successful with it. You sitting here, it's supposed to be the CEO, but you still out here making the French fries and going and delivering the bags. You know, delivering food to the people that's out there in the line and shit. Thank you, Sup. Appreciate the emails, Brody. Exactly. You need to stay your ass in here and learn something. You might as well get in here. You could be the lieutenant you could be the lieutenant of the kitchen. Work up underneath somebody and be there you go. Yeah, we've got plenty of gentlemen who would love to have a second in command.
Up with life sentences. They don't know how to hustle. They don't know how to get money. All they know is how to inflict pain and commit violence. That's it. And in certain environments, there's there's potential in that. People will use that to their favor. And for 6ix9ine, it's like, yeah, I'm around a gangster, but that same gangster got you indicted by the feds and you cooperated against that same gangster. Stupid shit. You extorting a motherfucker for millions. You shouldn't be doing nothing or bringing him anywhere.
That is facts, though.
And if you're the second highest ranking member of a gang, why are you doing anything? That should be enough to tell you the gang shit's washed. Imagine.
Facts. Brody said he did life in prison, snitching on himself. Exactly. And then go get mad at somebody else. He got mad at 6ix9ine for bringing it out. And it's like, I mean, how could you expect 6ix9ine to stay loyal to the code? They already taking his bread. I mean, he got it, man. Come on, bro. He ain't even do a good job protecting the bat. And he was supposed to be older. Y'all supposed to be the older gentlemen. He got one more piece of paperwork in here, and then we gonna hop up out of here.
Shotti's crime, consisting of a string of gang violence and mayhem that came to an end only upon his arrest, continues to require the sentence imposed as a matter of just punishment. Although he appears to have made strides in prison, the court cannot find that if at liberty he no longer would be present, a danger
to shoot, assault, threaten, or otherwise endanger.
Or otherwise endanger others. So basically they're saying, yeah, he might have picked up a Bible and done his push-ups and hasn't gotten in trouble, but that doesn't mean if we release him, he's not gonna go back to Treyway and shooting at people in Brooklyn or robbing people in Manhattan.
Because so it's basically they denied his ass on those accounts, and then he goes forward to read the rest of it. Yeah, facts. I don't know. Do y'all think that 6ix9ine was wrong in the case though for snitching? Did he not uphold the gang culture? Or should have Shotti just protected him since he's already getting all that bread up out of him? You know, let me know in the comment section. I'll see y'all in the next topic. Let's go.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Let's go.